Please, God, let him telephone me now. Dear God, let him call me. It would be so little to you. God, such a little thing. Only let him telephone me now, please, God, please, please, please. If I didn't think about it, maybe the telephone might ring. Sometimes it does that. If I could think of something else, maybe if I counted 500 by fives, it might ring by that time. I'll count slowly. I won't cheat. And if it rings when I get to 300, I won't stop. I won't answer it till I get to 500. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Oh, please ring, please.
30. This is the last time I'll look at the clock. I will not look at it again. It's 10 minutes past 7. He said he would telephone at 5 o'clock.
I'll call you at 5, darling.
I think that's where he said darling. I'm almost sure he said it there. I know he called me darling twice, and the other time was when he said goodbye.
Goodbye, darling.
He was busy, and he can't say much in the office, but he called me darling twice. He couldn't have minded my calling him up. I know you shouldn't keep telephoning them. I know they don't like that. When you do that, they don't know you're thinking about them and wanting them, and that makes them hate you. But I hadn't talked to him in 3 days, not in 3 days, and all I did was ask him how he was. It was just the way anybody might have called him up. He couldn't have thought I was bothering him.
Nah, of course you're not.
And he said he'd telephone me. He didn't have to say that. I didn't ask him to. Truly, I didn't. I'm sure I didn't. I don't think he would say he'd telephone me and then just never do it. Please don't let him do that, God. Please don't. I'll call you at 5, darling. Goodbye, darling. He was busy. He was in a hurry. There were people around him, but he called me darling twice. That's mine, that's mine. I have that even if I never see him again.
Oh, but that's so little. That isn't enough. Nothing's enough if I can't see him again. Please, God. Please, I want him so much. I want him so much. I will be good. I will try and be better. Please, God, if you will just let me see him again. If you will just let him call me now.
Oh, don't let my prayers seem too little to you, God. You sit up there, wide and old, with all the angels about you, the stars slipping by, and I come to you with a prayer
About a telephone call.
Don't laugh, God. You don't know how it feels. You're so safe, on your throne, with the blue swirling around you. Nothing can touch you. No one can twist your heart in his hands. Now this is suffering. This is bad, bad suffering. Won't you help me? For your son's sake, help me. He said you would do whatever was asked of you in his name.
In the name of thine only beloved Son, Jesus Christ our Lord, won't you let him telephone me?
I must stop this. I mustn't be this way. Look. Suppose a young man says he'll call a girl up and then something happens and he doesn't. That isn't so terrible, is it? Why, it's going on all over the world right this minute.
Why do I care what's going on all over the world? Why can't that telephone ring? Why can't it? Why can't it? Oh, why can't you? You damn ugly shiny thing.
Would it hurt you to ring? Would it? Oh, that would hurt. No. I must stop. I must think about something else. This is what I'll do. Throwing the phone across the room was actually a good idea. It'll give me something to do. By the time I put it back together, he will call me. Oh, I'll be so sweet to him if he calls me. If he says he can't see me tonight, I'll just say, why, that's all right, dear. Why, of course it's all right. And I'll be the way I was when I first met him. Then maybe he'll like me again. I was always sweet at first. Oh, it's so easy to be sweet to people before you love them. I think he must still like me a little. He couldn't have called me darling twice today if he didn't still like me a little. It isn't all gone. If it still likes me a little, even if it's only a little bit, you see, God, if you would just let him telephone me, I wouldn't have to ask you anything more. I would be so sweet to him. I would be gay. I would just be the way I used to be, and then he would love me again. And then I would never have to ask for anything more. Don't you see, God? So won't you please let him telephone me? Won't you please? 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 Are you punishing me, God? Because I've been bad? Are you angry with me because I did that? Oh, but God, there are so many bad people. You could not be hard only to me, and he wasn't very bad. He couldn't have been bad. We didn't hurt anybody. Things are only bad when they hurt people. We didn't hurt one single soul. You know that. You know it wasn't bad, don't you, God? So won't you let him telephone me now? If he doesn't telephone me, I'll know God is angry with me. I'll count 500 by fives, and if he hasn't called me then I will know God isn't gonna help me ever again. That will be it. That will be the sign. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45,
Yep.
50.
It was bad. I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad.
Okay, God, send me to hell, okay? You think you're frightening me with your hell? You think your hell is worse than mine? I mustn't do this. Suppose he's a little late calling me up. That's nothing to get hysterical about. Maybe he isn't gonna call. Maybe he's coming straight up here without telephoning. Oh, he'll be cross if he sees I've been crying. They don't like you to cry. He doesn't cry. I wish to God I could make him cry, though. I wish I could make him cry and treat the floor and feel his heart heavy and big and festering in him. I wish I could hurt him like hell. He doesn't wish that about me. I don't think he even knows how he makes me feel. I wish he could know without my telling him. They hate whenever you say anything you really think. You always have to keep playing these little games. Oh, I thought we didn't have to. I thought this was so safe. I could say whatever I meant. I guess you can. Ever. I guess there isn't ever anything safe enough for that. Oh, if he would just telephone, I wouldn't tell him I had been sad about him. They hate sad people. I would be so sweet and so gay. He couldn't help but like me. If he would only telephone. If he would only telephone. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's coming on here without calling me up. Maybe he's on his way now. Something might have happened to him. No, nothing could ever happen to him. I can picture anything happening to him. I never picture him run over. I never see him lying still and long and dead. I wish he were dead.
That's a terrible wish.
That's a lovely wish. If he were dead, he would be mine. Oh, if he were dead, I would never think of now and the last few weeks. I would remember only the lovely times. It would be all beautiful. I wish he were dead. I wish he were dead, dead, dead. Oh, this is silly. It's silly to go wishing people were dead just because they don't call you up the very minute they said they would. Maybe the clock's fast. I don't know whether it's right. Maybe he's hardly late at all. Maybe he had to stay at his office. He might even hope that I would call him up. I could do that. I could telephone him. I mustn't. Oh, God, please don't let me telephone him. Don't let me say comforting things to myself. Please don't let me hope, dear God. Please don't. I won't telephone him. I'll never telephone him again as long as I live. Oh, he'll rot in hell before I'll call him up. God, you don't have to give me strength. I have it myself. If he wants me, he knows where to find me. He knows I'm here. Waiting. Oh, why do they hate you the second they're sure of you? I should think it would be so sweet to be sure. It would be so easy to telephone him. Then I would know. Maybe he wouldn't mind. Maybe he'd like it. Oh, God, keep me away from that telephone. Keep me away. Let me still have just a little bit of pride. I think I'm gonna need it, God. I think it'll be all I'll have. Oh, what does pride matter when I can't stand it if I don't talk to him? Pride like that is such a silly, shabby little thing. The real pride, the big pride, is in having no pride. I'm not saying that just because I want to call him. I'm not. That's true. I know that's true. I will be big. I will be beyond little prides. Please, God, keep me from telephoning him, please, God. I don't see what pride has to do with it. This is such a little thing for me to be bringing in pride, for me to be making such a big fuss. I may have misunderstood him. Maybe he said for me to call him up at 5.
Call me at 5, darling.
He could have said that perfectly well. It's so possible that I didn't hear him right. I'm almost sure that's what he said.
Call me at 5, darling.
God, don't let me talk this way to myself. Make me know. Please make me know.
Please, God, make me know. Please.
I'll think about something else. I'll sit quietly. If I could sit still, maybe I could read. Oh, all the books are about people who love each other truly, sweetly. What do they want to write about that for? Don't they know it isn't true? Don't they know it's a lie? It's a goddamn lie. What do they have to tell that about for? When they know how it hurts. Damn them. Damn them. I'll be quiet. This is nothing to get excited about. Look, suppose he were someone I didn't know very well. Suppose he were another girl. Then I'd just telephone and say, well, for goodness sake, what happened to you?
For goodness sakes, what happened to you?
That's what I would do. And I would never even think about it. Why can't I be casual and natural just because I love him? I can be, honestly I can. I'll call him up and be so easy and pleasant. You see if I want, God. Oh, don't let me call him. Don't.
God, aren't you really gonna let him call me? Are you sure? Couldn't you relent? Couldn't you? I don't ask that you let him call me this minute. Have him call me in a little while. I'll count to 500 by fives. I will do it so slowly and so fairly. And if he hasn't telephoned me then, I will call him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh, please, dear God, dear
30,
kind God, my
35,
blessed Father in heaven.
40.
Let him call before then,
45,
please, God, please.
50, 55, 60, 65.